Good afternoon and welcome to Closing Bell. I'm Jane Searle from TheStreet on Monday, November 4. Today, markets closed higher on solid earnings. Investors are looking ahead to jobs and GDP data this week, with one Fed member suggesting no urgent need to scale back stimulus. On the corporate front, Twitter's IPO will be the largest web float since Facebook. The Dow, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 all closed higher today. On the commodities front, both gold and oil ended lower. Earlier, I spoke with Matt Cheslock of Virtue Financial. Matt, markets were up again today. Was there anything more compelling to it than more solid results from companies?
No, I think that people are starting to realize that this is kind of like what they call a melt-up, and we're starting to see a lot of inflows into U.S. equities. So they've been the beneficiary of most of this, the new money. They've had to put it to work. Even though a lot of the mutual funds and hedge funds may have closed their books for the year, there still is people out there that are chasing returns, and the only place to actually do it and make a return has been the equity market. So that's kind of why we're seeing this move higher.
Now, a lot of anticipation around the Twitter IPO this week. Do you think that will be a promising flow?
I think it's a tremendous opportunity for people to watch, a real show. This is going to be really exciting. Facebook was a year and a half ago, and they're going to say the same things about Twitter as they did Facebook. We saw the IPO range was increased to 23, 25, and they're saying that it's already oversubscribed and still 2 days away. So it'll be interesting to see. We're starting to see both sides come out, the people that are anti-Twitter and for Twitter. So that's the best part of the market. There's always should be a buyer and a seller. So this is what we're waiting for down here.
In corporate news, the world's largest cereal maker Kellogg saw its shares rise after beating earnings estimates. The company aims to cut staff in coming years for savings of up to $1.4 billion. Vulcan Materials jumped 8.2% after beating sales estimates by one of the biggest margins this year. BlackBerry nosedived after a planned company sale fell through. Fairfax Financial will now invest $250 million in bonds in the company. BlackBerry's chief executive will step down as part of the deal. Social media group Twitter boosted the price range of shares 2 days before its IPO. This increases the likely size of the float to $2 billion from $1.6 billion. Coming up tomorrow morning, live from the Nasdaq in Times Square, our John Marino will have all the overnight action from overseas, along with stories you should be watching to get your trading day started. From TheStreet, I'm Jane Searle in New York. Have a great evening.